Welcome to the Cosmic Busker. My name is Bobby Cody. Other intelligent life in the universe. Elephants. The title of this video is a reference to the fact that, we claim to be searching for other intelligent life in the universe, and we've got the Kepler telescope up there, and we're searching for signals and signs from other solar systems and galaxies. Fact is, we have several intelligent species on this planet that we know about, and I'm certain there's a lot more that we don't know about. That's another video completely. Obviously, people say, oh yeah, chimpanzees are real smart. Yeah, chimps are very smart, but in fact, it's my understanding based on my research and my observation that there's two other animals that are much more intelligent than chimpanzees, and are probably on a par with the intelligence of humans. That would be elephants and octopus. But this particular video is about elephants because there's a new story in the it's been hitting the internet all over the place, and I want to cover it. I'm going to cover it from the BBC News article that was released. So we'll put that up there right now. We'll start to cover this article. I'll have a few photos as well to throw up so you can take a look at these elephants and what's going on with them. This article, the headline reads, Elephants' 500-kilometer trek across China baffles scientists. It was written by Suranjana Tewari, and the date is 23rd of June, 2021, the same date that I am doing this video. The article begins, Elephants are by nature fiercely intelligent beasts, and experts who study them day in, day out already know a great deal about them. So as I stated, very intelligent animals. And yet, a herd of endangered elephants in China has completely dumbfounded scientists globally while captivating an entire nation in the process. It's not unusual for elephants to move small distances, but this herd has been lumbering its way across China for more than a year now. The elephants have now strayed almost 500 kilometers, so it's about 310 miles, a mammoth trek from their original habitat. It's thought that they started their journey last spring from Zhizhuangbana National Nature Reserve in the southwest of the country, near the border with Myanmar and Laos. That's the Chinese border. It's the southwest part of China. It began moving north, and in the last few months, the elephants have popped up in a number of villages, towns, and cities. They've been smashing down doors, raiding shops, stealing food, playing around in the mud, taking a bath in a canal, and napping in the middle of a forest. They've also been spotted hoovering up crops in their wake and moseying into people's houses. On one occasion, lining up in a courtyard to drink water, successfully turning on a tap with their trunks. As I said, elephants are highly intelligent. That shows the ability to not only utilize tools, but they could realize that this thing, this is a huge leap intelligence-wise. This shows how smart they are. They not only realize that this is, this thing produces water, but if they turn the faucet, then they will get water out of it. People say, oh, my cat does that too. Yeah, well, your cat watches you and kind of mimics you. Elephants have very limited interplay with humans. So for them to make that leap where if they turn this on, they can drink water without having seen it done repeatedly by humans, that's quite an undertaking, intellectually speaking. So just shows how smart they are. The truth is, no one knows. It almost certainly related. This is why the elephants are doing this migration. They're not normally known to migrate for hundreds of miles unless they desperately need food. They've done. I know in Africa I've seen that where they're out of water and they have to. There's no choice. They got to go hundreds of miles to the next water source. The truth is, no one knows why they're doing this. It is almost certainly related to the need for resources, food, water, shelter, and this would make sense given the fact that in most locations where elephants live in the wild, there is an increase in human disturbances leading to habitat fragmentation, loss, and resource reduction. Joshua Plotnick, assistant professor of elephant psychology at Hunter College, City University of Newark, told the BBC. Mr. Plotnick added that the movement might have something to do with the social dynamics of the group as well. Elephants are matriarchal. That means that they're female dominated. The boss of the group is the female. Elephants are matriarchal, with the oldest and wisest female leading the group of grandmothers, mothers, and aunties along with their sons and daughters. After puberty, males break off and travel alone or link up in groups with other males for a short time. They only congregate with females temporarily to mate before leaving again. However, this herd set out as a group of 16 or 17 elephants, including 3 males. 2 males peeled off a month later, with 1 male moving away from the group earlier this month. It's not unusual, but I'm surprised he stayed that long. It was probably because of unfamiliar territory. When I saw them walking into a town or a village, they were moving closely together. That's a sign of stress, said Ahimsa Campos Arqueas, professor and principal investigator at the Xishuangbanna Tropical Botanical Garden. Elephants are closer in behavior to humans than other mammals. It's funny because I didn't pre-read this article, and something I said earlier. But as it continues, elephants are closer in behavior to humans than other mammals, experiencing a range of emotions like joy in birth, grief in death, and anxiety in unfamiliar territory. Just to let you know, it's been found that what elephants do is, they visit their dead, just like humans. We bury our loved ones, and then we go back to their gravesite and we, to remember them and to mourn them. Elephants do the same thing. They return to the place where their ancestors have died, and for all intents and purposes, when researchers look at them and see what they're doing, they appear to be mourning their dead. I mean, that's the only logical explanation for what they're doing. And given all that we know about them and how highly intelligent they are, it almost certainly is what they are doing. Researchers were also taken by surprise when 2 of the female elephants gave birth on the journey. Elephants are very habitual and very routine driven. It's unusual for them to move to new areas when they're about to give birth. They try to find the safest place they can. Lisa Olivier at Game Rangers International Wildlife Conservation Organization based in Zambia told the BBC. Zambia is in Africa. Let's see. Normally the babies are sleeping on the ground and the big ones lean against a tree or a termite mound. Because they're so big that if there is any sort of threat, it takes too long for them to get up, and lying down puts a lot of pressure on their heart and lungs, she said. The fact that they were lying down suggests that they were all exhausted, totally wiped out. It all must be so new to them. So much of their communication is infrasonic sound, the vibration of their feet. But in the towns and cities, they are hearing the sounds of vehicles. So likely what happens is that their feet are picking. See, they communicate by their feet. The vibration of their feet, they can communicate over miles long distances. The elephants communicate through the vibration of their feet. And because this is very low wave sounds, it travels very far, and humans can't hear it. It's too low of a frequency for us to hear. But it travels for miles. Now, what they're talking about here is that the fact that there's all these cars going all over the place, it's very hard for them to communicate, and it must be very confusing for the animals as well, because that's you know that's how they understand what's going on. They communicate with each other in that way. It can be very tiresome, I'd imagine. I'll continue with the article. Scientists are unanimous that this is not migration because they did not follow a fixed route. However, China is one of the few places in the world where the elephant population is growing thanks to extensive conservation efforts. China's cracked down hard on poaching, and as a result, the wild elephant population in Yunnan province has gone from 193 in the 1990s to about 300 elephants today. A bravo to China for that. But urbanization and deforestation have reduced habitats for elephants, and so, say experts, they could be looking for a new home with better access to food. These giants of the jungle are mean-eating machines, slave to their gut, and so spend much of their lives looking for the 150 to 200 kilograms of food they need every day. Experts are pleased the journey hasn't caused any dangerous confrontations with humans, and there are other positives. The drones that authorities have deployed to monitor the elephants have given researchers a huge amount of quality information without disturbing the animals. And it's also provided an excited public with unforgettable photographs. Ms. Olivier also highlights the cooperation between government, local authorities, and conservation projects to protect the herd. In recent months, officials have been laying food bait and blocking roads with trucks to redirect the elephants to safety. I'm pleased that the approach is not very intrusive. A very common mistake is trying to tell elephants what they should be doing. Elephants aren't evolved to be told what to do. When we try to tell them what to do over long distances, it can create lots of aggressive behaviors, Mr. Campos Arquez said. Chinese media have been checking in on the group of elephants daily, and the herd has become a social media hit with internet users. All the attention is increased awareness and sensitivity to the plight of the endangered elephants in the country, and the global interest is likely to have far-reaching effects. All the attention has increased awareness, and I read that one already, excuse me. This intention and exposure will help conservation the world over, according to Ms. Olivier. So that's it. BBC article. If you want to read the article, there are a couple pictures as well. Although I did throw the pictures up here, you can click on the article down below. As I stated, we've been searching. We're searching all over the universe. Is there other intelligent life in the universe? Yes, of course there is. We share a planet with several other intelligent species. Chimps, octopus, and elephants are three of the ones that we know about. I'm certain that we're going to find some species that we don't know about. I am of the opinion that likely we're going to find some type of mermen or mermaids. I think that there appears to be some evidence in that regard, and I have the intuition that that's going to be the case. We're going to find some type of intelligent species that actually is somewhat similar to humans, but they inhabit the waters. Not quite as intelligent as humans, but intelligent enough that we'll be able to communicate with them and to be somewhat similar to us. But my whole point is that, we share this planet with all these intelligent species. It's an important lesson to humble us as well as humans. And the reason I state that is because people say, "Oh, if they're intelligent, do they drive cars? Do they have books? Can they build a home, build a house? Can they build a plane and fly in it?" No. And without the assistance of millions and millions of other people, humans, neither can you. We as humans are not much better off than elephants, chimps, or octopuses. It's the combined efforts of millions of humans that enables us to do all these things, like have a civilization that enables us to create computers, the internet, cars, planes, all of our technology. All of our technology, if there were 20 people, none of this would exist. It's this combined effort of millions of people in this great human undertaking that we call civilization that makes all this possible. I'm certain that if you could get millions of elephants together, utilizing all their individual skills in the best way possible, they could do similar things as well. The fact is that the circumstances hasn't made it so that that is the current situation for elephants. That is the current situation for humans, and that's why we can. It's important we remember that because things can change very rapidly, and it's important that we be humble in who we are and the way we treat other animals. I know that some people hunt elephants, and I think that's wrong. There has to be a certain level, and I personally would like to see the hunting of certain animals made equivalent to murder. Not all animals. I'm not against hunting. I think hunting, we are an omnivorous species. We hunt, and I think it's an important part of who we are. But another important part of who we are is choosing why we hunt and how we hunt, and hunting intelligent species that have capacities similar to our own, as elephants, octopus, and chimps do, I think is wrong. And that's a tough one for octopus. I mean, I love my calamar. But maybe we should stop making food out of octopus. Can still do squid though. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. I appreciate your time. Again, I'm sorry for the lack of videos. It's been a big change, new room here, the new room, a really bad internet connection, and no desk. That's why I'm doing this video from here. Also, I have a PayPal down below. If you can help out, it'd be much appreciated. I have no income. It's been rather difficult, to say the least. Completely out of funds at the moment, so if you want to help me out, that'd be much appreciated too. If you can't do that though, what you can do is like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'm hoping to have a new video up for you really soon.